This is one of the ways you can use the Dragon's Breath hot sauce as far as making Bloody Marys. Now, a true Bloody Mary you can make any way you want, but my particular ingredients, there's 6 ingredients you need. With Kristen's, it's a little bit more special, adds a little bit more flavor to it, but it's a special touch to it. You want to start off with horseradish. Depends on how spicy you want it, depends on how much you want to put in there. We like a little zip in our Bloody Marys. And this one's going to be made special. There you go. So we start off with that, then you add pepper. A couple shakes, not too many. 4 or 5. And then the Worcestershire. And the reason I'm adding all these ingredients first is because when you actually put the vodka in there, it will actually get everything to the bottom and mix it a little bit for you instead of adding it at the end. So, and then this is what we use for the flavor and the spice, which is nice. Pour a little bit in there, not too much, but this will add that little zing to it and give it the flavor you want. And then whatever vodka you want, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever. Today we're using the kettle. And I'm a 50-50 guy. So, it really depends on what you want to pour. Now I told you this one's special, and I'll show you why in a second. Now you pour in your Bloody Mary mix. And what I do is I fill it up for the most part, almost all the way. The reason it's almost all the way is because we are going to add a little bit at the end. Alright, now I'm going to leave that one a little bit low. The reason being, some people like pickle juice in theirs. So with it, just a dab. Not too much, otherwise it's all pickled. You want to take a knife and you want to stir all that concoction. Stir it all up. Mix the horseradish, mix the Dragon's Breath sauce, all that good stuff. And the reason I'm mixing it now is because at the end, what I'll end up doing is pouring a tad bit more of this Bloody Mary mix on top. So that way you don't get the big punch at the beginning. And for the ones who use pickles, all you gotta do is grab this bad boy, which I can do with a knife, stick it in there, and you got yourself 3 Bloody Mary mixes, or 4 drinks, my bad. 1 with the pickle, 3 without, and that's how you do it.